yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Bonus, we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hear me when I break. I know we gon' elevate. I know we gon' elevate. Brother gonna rise, no hesitation. Put it on my time, been hella patient. Spitting these rhymes in hella basements. Play major stages, still pay fun. Ain't made many wages, still I can't run. I'm a slave to the cadence, still ain't done. Everything to the patrons, till the day's won. Boy, I'm not finished, I know I got some critics. I know they're really cynics, my guy, I don't limits. I want a house of Venice, even if I don't get it. Then I pray these lyrics, elevate your spirit. And if I don't live it, after years and minutes of avoiding gimmicks, I'm pouring out my heart. That I know my rhythms didn't reach the millions, but I praise my Lord that I could be a part. I ain't did this for no trophies, I ain't did this for no list. I did it for the kid who's contemplating taking place to risk it, man. I pray that you resist. Oh, you were made for more than this. You can make it through the storm. Just turn to him and don't you quit. Boy, I'm all in. Check my wrist. You see the kid be saucing, no coffin. No, we don't die. We multiplying often. My God sends more of us. That power lasts like Austin. Not lost in them accolades. My focus on the cross. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. Hungry with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. God, he hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. Hungry with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. God, he hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. Elevate. Woo!
Lately I've been feeling kinda low. Praying to the Father that I know. Got me so that I can take your hand, so we can keep on praising, yeah I will. I might go and cut the deal. Cut it, we gon' have to elevate. Knew the Father had me covered after I saw 7 straight. Pick myself up out the mud and I got straight back to the work. I ain't dancing with the devil, that mean I put heaven first. Got my brothers on my back, that mean I love the city first. Ain't no business about to come in on my soul. Ooh, I got self-control. Ooh, Shorty tried to ask you for that, oh, I let it go. It's a sermon. Had to tell my youngest you don't need the serpent. If God said it, little homie, that's your purpose. You were born to be a bitch, you better learn it. You better go out there and
we don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. Hungry with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. God, he hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. Hungry with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. God, he hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. Elevate.
Hi guys, just to let you guys know, we're going to have this song replay one more time and then we'll get straight into the motherfucking live. I hope you guys are doing okay. I know the new rules of YouTube say that we're not allowed to say the MF or the F slur, or not F slur, the F word or anything like that, but I'm going to do it tonight, so fuck it. Enjoy yourself. Make sure you get yourself a drink, a beverage. If you are of age, get yourself some snacks because we're really going to get into it tonight.
We don't need your accolades, hopping over barricades. Bonus, we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. I know we gon' elevate. Brother gonna rise, no hesitation. Put it on my time, been hella patient. Spitting these rhymes in hella basements. Play major stages, still pay fun. Ain't made many wages, still I can't run. I'm a slave to the cadence, still ain't done. Everything to the patrons, till the day's won. Boy, I'm not finished, I know I got some critics. I know they're really cynics, my guy, I got no limits. I want a house of Venice, even if I don't get it. Then I pray these lyrics, elevate your spirit. And if I don't live it, after years and minutes of avoiding gimmicks, I'm pouring out my heart. That I know my rhythms didn't reach the millions, but I praise my Lord that I could be a part. I ain't did this for no trophies, I ain't did this for no list. I did it for the kid who's contemplating taking place to risk it, man. I pray that you resist. Oh, you were made for more than this. You can make it through the storm. Just turn to him and don't you quit. Boy, I'm all in. Check my wrist. You see the kid be saucing, no coffin. No, we don't die. We multiplying often. My God sends more of us. That power lasts like Austin. Not lost in them accolades. My focus on the cross. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. Hungry with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. God, he hear me when I pray.
Lately I've been feeling kinda low. Praying to the Father that I know. Got me so that I can take your hand, so we can keep on praising, yeah I will. I might go and cut the deal. Cut it, we gon' have to elevate. Knew the Father had me covered after I saw 7 straight. Pick myself up out the mud and I got straight back to the work. I ain't dancing with the devil, that mean I put heaven first. Got my brothers on my back, that mean I love the city first. Ain't no business about to come in on my soul. Ooh, I got self-control. Ooh, Shorty tried to ask you for that, oh, I let it go. It's a sermon, had to tell my youngest.
Joanna, thank you so much for the $4.99, you shady bitch.
You were born to be a bitch, you better learn it. You better go out there and
We don't need your accolades, hopping over barricades. Long as we are not afraid, we know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway, shots are witty when I spray. God, he hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. We don't need your accolades, hopping over barricades. Long as we are not afraid, we know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway, shots are witty when I spray. God, he hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate, elevate.
Hello. I hope you are good. I hope you are Gucci. How are we doing this fine day? Hello, everyone. Okay, so before we begin this stream, I just need to make a few disclaimers. The first disclaimer is I am home alone until my husband comes back. If you guys don't know, it is my husband's birthday today. He has finally turned 30. He is now a part of the 30 gang and he's gone out with the boys. So I'm here with the kids by myself. So if at any moment a little knock happens at my door, it will most likely be my daughter and you guys will get a be right back screen until it's resolved. When Gareth comes home, he hasn't been drinking because he's driving. When Gareth comes home, then hopefully I will have some help. So just know if you get a be right back screen out of absolutely nowhere, most likely my daughter has woken up, she's knocked on the door and been like, Mummy, I want a drink of water. So if that happens, you'll get a be right back screen. I'll let you guys know that from the outset. When my husband comes home, we can relax and really get into it. Another thing is I'm going to try and moderate my sound and keep myself that little tiny bit extra quiet because I really don't want to be bothered this stream. With that being said, I hope you guys are having a good day today. I haven't streamed, I haven't been online for like properly, like besides Twitter and Twitch. I haven't really been online for like a month. I'm no longer on Twitch. That's a new, not Twitch, Twitter. That's a new thing that's happened recently. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I just decided that I just wanted to not, I feel like my Twitter fingers are like my biggest beef in my life. When people say shit, like my instantaneous reaction is just to like react to them and give them a response. And I just feel like it's just dead for my energy. So I just decided that I wanted to be away from that. Because I know me. And in 2023, I really don't want to be causing any more controversy with my mouth. Because that's what I do, like constantly. There's a reason they call me the table shaker. I shake that motherfucking table and I leave. With that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for joining me this evening. We got, goodness gracious, 400 of you guys already. That's crazy. Considering I've not really been here on social media, that's crazy to say, so thank you. Right, let's read some comments quickly before we get into it. We have a special guest this evening. My fucking G, my day one Dustin Daly is joining me this evening, so I'm really excited for that, because I don't tend to do streams with other people. I don't tend to do collaboration streams. So if you guys know who, if you know me, you know who Dustin Daly is. There's no way that you don't, but you can always go and check out his channel. He's been smashing it with the videos recently. Also, his partner, Nick Snyder, another good friend of mine, also has returned back to YouTube finally after all of the like distressing shit it is that they've been through. So go and check out his channel, The Viewer's Voice, as well. They have really been doing the damn thing since January started and just getting it popping. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of the comments. Today we're going to be talking about Trisha Paytas and Trishyland, her recent video that came out and all of that kind of stuff. So just to give you guys just like the 411, I originally, I wish I brought my iPad up with me. I originally was going to make a video about Trisha Paytas's skincare line. She has a skincare line called ASMR Skin that I think launched today, if I'm not mistaken. She has a skincare line called ASMR Skin, and I was basically going to make a video because quite some time ago, let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Quite some time ago, let me hide that real quick. Oh, not that one. Is it this one? Window? Yeah. Quite some time ago, if we do Trisha Paytas page. Here we go. Quite some time ago, I made a video about Trisha Paytas and her skincare range, this one here, where I wasn't actually that nice. And there's a lot of people who seem to have in their head that like I'm like a Trisha Paytas obsessed, loving fan or something like that. And that's not the case. I actually was not very nice in this video about her skincare range. And I was going to go out of my way to make another video about her current skincare range and comparing it to the previous one. And also, if you haven't watched this video from me, this is from a year ago now, I went quite deep into, I think I've got like a whole section called Charlotte Wilson. I don't know why I've called it Charlotte Wilson, but there must be, oh, that was a lady who came out with the chemical burns, if I'm not mistaken. This lady right here. But I did a whole section, as you can see here, about the owners of Glow Skin Enhancement, which is the people it is that Trisha Paytas worked with on this project, and how she sees herself as some kind of like evangelical healer. And I found the whole situation to be crazy weird back then. So I already made a video on this, and I was basically ready to do another video to do with Trisha Paytas and the skincare range and comparing the past to the present and seeing how it's changed. And then all of this drama took place earlier today, so I was just completely lost. But I feel like I need to make it clear. Trishyland, you make it too fucking easy to defend Trisha Paytas. Too fucking easy to defend her against abhorrent fucked up shit. Because had you have not said or done what it is that you said or done what we're going to get into today, there would have been a less than fruitful video from me about Trisha Paytas' skin line. Because I have a history with the skin line. I know this story inside and out. And I was going to make a video basically saying that, from my humble opinion, this seems like it could be a situation where we're repackaging the products and trying to get it shipped before they lose their sell-by. That's what I'm getting from this. And I was going to be giving my 2 cents on it all, and the fact that, you know, the owner seems a bit weird. Like, her evangelical skin healing stuff was weird. The dog shitting in the same room that she's applying cosmetics and skincare to clients is crazy to me. And I discussed all of that in my video, right? So I was going to make a video along the same lines of pretty much what it was that I was going to say last year. And now you guys do this fuck shit, and I'm now thinking to myself that I have to fight the corner of this is some fuck shit, this is some bullshit that we shouldn't be doing online. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So with that being said, let's go quickly into the comments, and then we'll bring in Dustin, and then we'll take a good gander at everything that's been going on with Trishyland up to date. I've pretty much become like the Trishyland fucking auditor. Trishyland do some fuck shit, you know Paige is going to be on it. So with that being said, Inklet, thank you so much. Shout out Paige, thank you for covering this. Late happy birthday to the hubby. No, it's still his birthday. We've still got 10 minutes of his birthday. What we got over here, we got how can skincare be profitable if the face of the company has terrible skin? I'm confused. She's had her ups and downs of her skin. I know she has like adult acne or whatever. I don't know. I'm not really like a skincare connoisseur. I do my little skincare bits and bobs, but I keep it really simple because I'm not the kind of person who can like do a 15-step regime. Like, I wash my face, I cleanse it, I might put some niacinamide on, and that's about it. And I call it a fucking day, babes. Moisturize and get out the house. I thought Trishyland was taken down. We'll get into that shortly, Steph. Trishyland was originally taken down. So Trishyland was originally taken down. Now they've made a new one called r/Trishy Wifeys or something like that. Something along those lines. The group within themselves, they call each other wifeys. So now there's a new one and it has, I think, 40,000 members. So after the first Trishyland got taken down, they grew exponentially. Like they grew so much. Right. I love the look today page. Thank you. This is just really light makeup. I literally threw it on as quickly as possible. Dustin will tell you, I was literally trying to do a sound check with him just before I started. And I was like, I'm not even going to bother putting makeup on. And I did this in like less than 10 minutes, not even joking. Your skin is flawless, Miss Page. Thank you. I really appreciate that. 40K, yes, 40,000 people. Right, okay. So with that being said, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who are here. We're now at 519. And every time we get closer to 600, I don't know what it is about that 600 number, I get nervous. So I'm sorry if I get like really jittery. I'm sorry if I get like really jittery because like when we get to like the 600 plus mark, like I just start freaking out. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm so used to Twitch where we have like 100 or less. And here it just gets a bit crazy and hard to deal with. Right, okay, so with that being said, we're going to bring in Dustin and say a little bit of a hello to him. Oh, helmet head. Literally, I put the hat on just for the aesthetics because I'm going to be in these most of the time. Okay, so let's bring Dustin in real quick. And we'll have a quick conversation with Dustin. So let's give him a ring, right? I'm just going to let you guys know this now. I set the computers up myself. So I hope it comes through for you.
Okay, let me turn my
Can
headset
I turn my
on.
camera off? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Real quick before we even start though, chat, I just want to double check. Chat, you guys can hear Dustin also. So I'm just checking that you guys can hear Dustin. Can you hear him? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Dustin. If I have, I've done it. And I'm fucking king
Okay.
of the world.
Can you hear me, guys? I don't know if they can hear me or not.
They say they hear him fine. Is he too loud? Is he too quiet? Do I need to change any of the sound before I move forward? 1. They hear him. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, they hear you. They hear you. They hear you. Right, okay. Are you putting your camera on? Because if you are, I have to kind of nudge some things around.
Let me see. I'm very new to all of this.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so you should be able to see this now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
I have my iPad in front of me too. I'm watching the stream.
Hopefully, you guys should see Dustin. Can y'all see him? It's showing something else up. Hold on. Can y'all see Dustin? No. Dude, I had this all worked out and now it's all gone to shit. Goodness gracious me. Bear with me, guys. I'm not good at this shit by myself.
I wish I could be of more help.
Right, so hold on. Window capture, Discord, Dustin Daily. Hold on. Wait. Bear with me. Oh my god, there's always a problem. God damn it. Hold up. See? I had you in there and now I'm gonna have to do this whole shit all over again. Do you know what? We shouldn't have ended the call. That's what I shouldn't have done.
I was still on the call. It kicked me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Guys, you're just gonna have to bear with me for like 1 second. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see Dustin whilst we're talking. And I had it and I've lost it. So apologies for that. Let me see if I can bring this up. Discord. Okay, add source. Hold up, hold up. Okay, I think. Right, Dustin, move around just so I know that it's actually working and it's capturing you.
I'm moving around.
Okay, so it's not showing on here. God damn it. Okay. Delete. We'll get it,
Poor
guys.
page.
There's always a problem. Every single time I stream, there is always a problem. Right. Dustin. Window. Multi-adapter. It's just not showing Discord at all.
It doesn't matter. I don't think they have to see me as long
Yeah,
as
but
they
it
see
looks
you.
better if they see you. Right, okay. We'll just go through the rundown, and whilst we're watching something, I'll try and bring it back, okay? So, Dustin Daly. We know who Dustin Daly is. He has a channel here on YouTube. If you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. Dustin, go and introduce yourself real quick.
I'm so bad at this, but basically, I've known Paige since like she started YouTube. We've been friends ever since. If you've seen a Paige video, you've probably seen one of mine.
A hot minute.
We did argue a little bit, yes.
But
But
yes.
you are like one of my best friends, and I
Yeah,
love
like-
you so much.
Oh, I love you too. We've been best friends for a long time now. To begin with, I would say though, just to like qualify what our friendship is like. To begin with, I would say that our friendship probably wasn't as strong as how my friendship was with Nick, and I kind of feel like the dynamics changed now. I feel like I'm more closer to you than I am to Nick, which is strange because I originally started as like closer to Nick than you, if that makes any sense.
It's because I pick up the phone and you call me just random times.
I think also because he's a Virgo and he probably screens calls the way that I do, so it's fine. But yeah, no, we've become very close over the past couple of years, and I'm just like kind of glad that he's joined me because I'm trying to get Dustin to understand that streaming is mad fun as long as you're involved, right? So with Trisha Paytas and what's been going on, have you been following the Trishyland story? That's the main question.
Well, I did make a video like a month or two ago about Trishyland, maybe 3 months, I don't know. I know that they've like literally harassed her to the ends of the earth. I know that.
Okay, so do you know like what happened to make Trishyland get taken down the first time?
No, I think it was a copyright thing from Trisha, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That was ever, like corroborated.
Yeah, so essentially what happened, they had like multiple copyright strikes on the Discord, not the Discord, the Reddit, and it kept happening so frequently that I guess Reddit ended up stepping in. It seemed, I thought that because I had like several videos of mine that I've done that pertains to Trisha Paytas put on the Reddit in full, like several different times. So I thought it was just content creators having their content distributed for free on Reddit who had been copywriting Reddit. But it turns out that it was actually Trisha Paytas herself, and she kind of came clean and made a video about that. And then
Right, yeah.
basically Trishyland just got taken down, and all of the wifeys, which is what they call each other, started flapping on social media. They were so upset about it, and I kind of reveled in it. I ain't even gonna trip. Like, I loved it because these people are insane.
We're mad.
Have you heard and seen some of the stuff that's been posted to that Reddit forum?
Yes.
Does it not give you?
Unfortunately.
Does it give you like guru gossip, like circa 2017?
Or Lipstick Alley, one of the two, yes.
See, I didn't really vacate like a Lipstick Alley that frequently, and I don't think I was ever really brought up on that one, but I heard that Lipstick Alley is like really bad. They used to like really hate Sanders Kennedy. They fucking hated Sanders Kennedy on there.
They keep saying that I'm like low, Paige.
Oh, somebody said you were too loud, so I turned you down. Hold on. Is that any better? Speak again.
Speak again.
Can you guys hear him better now? Somebody said he was too low. Too loud, so I turned
Yeah,
him down.
somebody said I was too loud.
Yeah. Is he coming
They
in
said they
clear to
can't
us?
really hear me.
Oh, you are kidding. Hold on. Right, Dustin, speak real quick.
Hello, my name is Dustin. I'm a YouTuber with 180,000 subscribers, and I make really low quality content.
Low quality, such a dick. Right, okay. I'm going to turn your user volume all the way up on this side. Right, speak again.
Hello, my name is Dustin. I work at Bath & Body Works, and you should come down and flick your bean to our new vanilla bean candles.
Right, is that better now? Chat, put a 1 in the chat if it's better. People are saying perfect. He's good now.
Cool.
Somebody's saying just a little lower. Go. Right, I'm bringing him down just a tad. I'm trying to give you guys what it is that you want. Is that better? We can
They
hear him
said
just
it's
fine.
good.
Right, okay. Let's go. So what is it that you were just saying before we before we got sidetracked?
I don't even know, to be honest. I just know that I'm not too familiar with Trishyland. I just know that they've like been after Trisha for a while now, and it's like she can't fart without them knowing.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to ask you another question, actually. How do you feel about Trisha and Malibu? Because that seems to be like like a story of contention with everybody. That like when it comes to Malibu, she seems to be having Malibu in a lot of videos, and people such as like Adam McIntyre, etc., have kind of felt as if like it's been too much, like she's been over exploiting, if you will, her newborn baby. What are your feelings towards that?
Feel like it's a really nuanced thing to talk about. However, I think that we all know that Trisha has wanted to be a mother for years. That's been her story on YouTube. She wanted to be a mother. She was unable to like get pregnant. Then we saw her get pregnant. I think like her sharing her kid, as long as she's not doing it like too much. And to be completely honest, I've been checked out of YouTube a lot lately, so I don't even know what she's doing. So I mean, I think it's normal to share your kid if you're wanting to be a channel, but Trisha knows that family channels are problematic, and she knew going into that. So I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Like I see why Trisha wants to share her life with her kid, but I also see why people are like trying to hold her feet to the fire.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
No, I 100% get it. So, for me personally, the way that I feel is that like Trisha Paytas, in my humble opinion, is doing what all new mums do. I probably posted more of my first child than I did my second child because everything's so fresh and so exciting and so new. I probably shoved the camera in my kid's face a billion times when she was, first born. Whereas with my second child, I wasn't so much with that. So in my head, it's just like new mom things, the things that you didn't think you were going to do as a new mom that you ended up doing. You know what I mean? Right. I didn't think I was going to be the parent who, would sit down and have a quiet and calm, collected conversation with my child whilst they were, having a meltdown and screaming and having a tantrum. But I'm that parent, right. And I used to walk past these parents in the aisles of like supermarkets and think to myself, like, get a grip. That child is disrespecting you. But now I realize, like, as a parent myself, like, it's about mutual respect, how I speak to her and how it is that she speaks to me back and how I'm able to understand her and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different things about parenting that I didn't think I'd do that I ended up doing. Another thing it is that I ended up doing as a parent is like, I thought I was going to be like one of those parents who were like, everything is going to be organic. All my kid is going to eat is like quinoa and da-da-da-da. And like, I'm that parent who's like, it's been a long day. McDonald's? Is everyone having McDonald's today? Because I ain't cooking. So there were loads of different things that I thought I'd do as a parent that I didn't like, that I'm not doing or that I ended up doing in the end. You know what I mean? So for me personally, it's just like new parent things. She'll get over it. We all do. Like, I don't even post my daughter that much anymore. But to begin with, in the beginning, you just do. That's the way I see it anyway.
I also think that it's kind of like a struggle for Trisha because YouTube has always been like incredibly easy for Trisha. People have always tuned in to watch her, and now it's like her original audience have grown, and now she has people that are younger now coming across this old content, and they're like, oh my God, Trisha's just this horrible person, because they're just now being introduced to what Trisha is and who she is, So I feel like she's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't.
Do you think some of this has to do with the TikTok generation and how she's kind of exploded on TikTok? That like she's now getting these younger people who haven't got that Trisha Paytas lore?
Yeah, like I feel like TikTok has introduced a whole bunch of people to content that they would not have otherwise seen, because people take clips from YouTube and they make TikToks all the time. So I've found many people on YouTube that I didn't even know were on YouTube because of TikTok. So
yeah, I hear that 100%. Right, so let's start with the story and how it all started. So we had like a quintessentially Trisha Paytas moment on social media. I got super excited in our little group chat. So basically what ended up happening was Trisha Paytas started popping off on social media, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I've got Trisha Paytas on notifications on my Twitter porn account. I have Trisha Paytas on notifications, so my notifications are going ping, 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 ping. I'm like, what the hell hell's going on? Trisha Paytas was going off on social media. And then we got an accompanying video that came straight after where Trisha Paytas was crying. And this felt like, I ain't even going to trip, this felt like somewhat nostalgic to me. Like Trisha Paytas just going crazy on social media, and then immediately later, like immediately after, getting a video from her and she's crying in the video. I was like, oh my God, we are getting old Trisha back. But the video is called Reddit is posting revenge corn of me and is doing nothing about it. We can watch that now, or do you want to go through what it is that she's posted? In fact, we should watch the video and see what it is that she has to say. You down for that?
Yeah, I'm down for whatever.
Okay. Right, let's go. So Reddit is posting revenge P-word. Let's take a look. Chat, let me know if there's any problems with sound. Everything should be fine. And Dustin, hopefully you should be able to hear this as well.
Hey guys, what's up? I feel like I shouldn't even be making this video, like giving attention.
Also, Dustin, if you want to stop at any point, just tell me and I'll pause the video just so you can give your commentary. All right?
She sounds like Britney Spears for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, it's given very much the nasal Britney Spears.
Oh my God. Her hair looks healthy though, like for the first time in forever. Anyway, let's move on.
I'm kind of at my breaking point with Reddit, and there's really nothing that is being done about it. But it's going too far today because there is people posting basically revenge porn of me, basically photos from my OnlyFans, some that have been taken down, that were always behind a paywall, and posting them on public review sites and on my skincare site. And we're doing our best at working at taking this down as fast as we can. But the company that I partnered with is a small company based here out of LA, and she's a friend of mine, so she's been really supportive and trying to stick through me and trying to be like, let's just push through the hate. And we can only do so much. But what's
They're saying Trisha's
so
a little low, Paige.
They're saying Trisha's low. Hold on, I've got a hack for that. Let's go.
Trading is Reddit allowing
That's better.
Okay.
them to push it. It's all coming from this Reddit, Trishyland wifeys. It's all coming from them. The original Trishyland Reddit was taken down because of copyright infringement. They were posting stolen content from me. They still do that to this day. They still post my not safe for work content for out of spite and to really just send hate and make fun of me and discredit the companies I work with and work for, and even my own companies. A lot of that content has been since taken down because it's content that I no longer feel I want out on the internet.
Are they serious? Guys, I swear down, I'm going to hurt you. Right. Is this better?
I was always behind a paywall. I know once it's on the internet, there forever, but it's me nude on review sites that we don't even have like control over. And the ones we do, it's taking time because it's just a small business. But the Trishyland Wifey's Reddit is encouraging this. They are posting, I have all the screenshots. They're trying to delete some. Some are still very much up there. They've been up for hours today. And even one of the moderators jumped in and was like, hey, stop posting this stuff. But yet they leave a lot of the posts still up. So I don't know who's moderating it. I don't know what's going on over there. But like, it's like enough is enough. They're posting it's been so many just false just made up stuff. And someone's like, I got sent this early and it burned my skin. It was posted on today, January 10th. No one was sent early. The name was clearly a name from Trishyland Wifeys. It's obviously this meme that Reddit has come up with. It's like this 5% was the name or something like that.
Thanks, Steph. Thanks for having my back, babes. I really appreciate it. It's hard to do all this by myself. I'm waiting for my husband desperately.
And it's just like the fact that this is like resurfacing, like my nudes are going out there in an attempt to like ruin my reputation. Look, I do have an OnlyFans. It's how I pay a lot of bills. People think I'm like independently wealthy. I'm not. I make money because of my OnlyFans. And it's something that you guys know I've struggled with, especially since becoming a mom, if I even want it still up. But the fact that it's being used against me now, like when I'm trying to do something outside of it, when I'm trying to like, build a business outside of that.
Girl, I tried. I'm not doing it anymore. Right. So she's basically saying that she makes the majority, if not all of her money through OnlyFans. Is that something that you thought was the case?
I thought it was. It is really interesting that it's kind of, for me, I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know if this is really revenge porn or not because she's posted it, but I do think that this would be a copyright issue for sure. I don't know about the corn thing though. What do you think?
For me personally, I think it's like, it's wrong. It's wrong to do that. I feel like it's more of a morality situation where it's morally wrong to do something. Whereas calling it quote unquote like revenge corn, I don't know whether that is fair. You know what I mean? But I do think it's morally wrong, and the way that they were doing it was with malicious intent. You know what I mean? It wasn't for anything else other than to like shame and humiliate and ruin potential prospects for Trisha Paytas. You know what I mean? So with that being said, like I understand why she sees it in that way, but as far as I'm concerned, as a person who's done OnlyFans myself, I mean, you've done OnlyFans yourself as well. Like once it's out there, it's out there. Like you're going to experience this kind of shit. I mean, I lost a sponsorship directly because of OnlyFans as well in the past, and you just kind of have to take the shit on the chin. It sucks, but it happens, right?
But I get why she's upset. Like I could see why it would be like demeaning or whatever, like them putting it in that light.
Well, we'll see how graphic it gets in a moment, so let's continue.
It's like really like scary, it's frightening, it's not right. I think like this is a line. Like Reddit says, we do not stand for targeted harassment and bullying. This Trishyland wifeys was put up again after the Trishyland was taken down. 40,000 people sharing these posts, posting my nudes on there, showing their reviews, laughing at the reviews because clearly no one has the product yet. It came out yesterday, January 9th and January 10th. No one has the products and they're posting these reviews, but not only that, like accompanying them with like, and it's not just nudes, it's like videos that I'm...
Okay, should we take a look at what the pictures and videos were? They are censored, guys, so just so you're aware, no revenge corn on this side. But do you want to see what it is? Oh, and also the pictures that I'm using have been posted by Trisha Paytas themselves. Do you want to take a look at the pictures?
I'm down for whatever.
Girl, it's a mess. Like, it's actually a fucking mess. So we'll start from here and go on. I mean, we've got videos and...
I wish you guys could see my face. Like,
this is why I wanted people to see your face. This is crazy, right? This is bad. Hold on. I might be able to bring your Discord over. Give me a second so people can see you just for a hot minute.
Oh, my God.
Okay, hold on.
They're totally doing this to try to, like, get in on her, and that's sad.
Right.
That's messed up.
Right, that's bad, right? So it says, tell me I don't look good. Face and my coochie gave serious case of stink. Also, those cucumber wipes, which I own 500 of, were infective. So I just slept in my crusty makeup that I can no longer afford. Now, as you see, I'm glowing. It's truly a miracle. And it says, bottles can be used as dildos. The next one says, really helped clean up my stinky puss. There's more. Let's continue. So the next one, we can see we've got these ones from Trishyland. Yeah, girl. It's a lot. I'm literally looking at you.
So
I know.
bad.
It's bad, right? This is so bad. These products will give you chemical burns and will make you shit your pants. Somebody else says, I hope this worked for fake black babies. I'm such a racist, but please buy my skincare products. I have to say, right, listen, whilst I'm not a fan of Trishyland, and I think that this is obviously way too far, it's kind of funny. This is kind of funny. Imagine her clicking onto this.
Like,
do you think this is too much?
I think if she were to say that they're harassing her, like, she would have a case, 1,000,000%. This, like, I can only think about, like, myself. If somebody did that to me, I would laugh, but, like, Trisha's a new mom, and, you know, she's in my opinion, she's really tried to like clean up her act and stuff lately, but this is bad.
Do you think it will ever be like a way for her to actually clean up her act though? Like real talk, because I feel like her past is just going to follow her no matter what. Like there's nothing that she can do about it at this point. You know what I mean? There's certain things that follow all of us on social media, certain things it is that we said that we don't stand by anymore, X, Y, Z. It's just kind of a part of social media. People are just going to constantly hold you to the flames. So with somebody with such a catalogue, because what I will agree with when it comes to the Trishyland people is that she has a catalogue, like a catalogue of bullshit it is that she's done over the years. When somebody has such a huge catalogue, do you think they're ever going to be able to move forward? Or do you think that everyone's always going to drag them?
I think, like, first and foremost, Trisha should have made a video a long time ago addressing all the scandals and stuff that, like, people wanted to address, her to address, rather. And if she had that as, like, a video that was on her channel that people could reference, then they could know, you know what I'm saying? But at what point, like, somebody would say that that wasn't good enough, you know? Like, I think she's finally at the point in her career where, like, she's either going to have to, like, just suck it up and, like, make a video addressing everything in the past, even though she's addressed it here and there. So she has a point of reference for people to go back to. I mean, because... Like,
so she's got multiple apology videos, like multiple. There are numerous apology videos. This is the problem that I find is that so many times people want to keep bringing up stuff. Like, for instance, because obviously her quote unquote revenge corn has been posted out there, people were like, well, what about Erin? And I was like, who the fuck is Erin? So I started having a look on social media. Now, Erin is one of the members of Vlog Squad. And apparently when the black guy from Vlog Squad, I think his name's Scotty or something like that, can't remember his name, or maybe Seth or something like that. Anyway, the black guy who was a member of Vlog Squad for like a short period of time, when he came over, he started making videos with H3 and all that kind of stuff, and talking about his own experiences of SA within Vlog Squad, right? So when that happened, there was a girl called Erin who he was basically saying was complicit to all of the racist shenanigans that were taking place with Vlog Squad. So he posted a video, and in this video, Erin was completely nude, singing a song which had the N-word in it. And basically, Trisha Paytas had retweeted it because she was saying the N-word over and over again in this video. People were saying that she was, quote unquote, redistributing, revenge corn. She was like redistributing it to her audience, therefore was reposting revenge corn. It's still revenge corn and it's still illegal. So that's what people were bringing up. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. Like, when was this? What happened? So then I started researching further, and people had said that in an apology video it is that she did, she addressed that she did that, disavowed what it was that she did, and apologized. Now, I've searched high and low. I can't find this video. I don't know whether it's been taken down or what the situation is. But there is reference online to a lot of people saying that she has apologized for this. So the problem is that sometimes, especially with Trisha Paytas, so many of her apologies are so sporadic in so many different videos that it's kind of hard to align them all. She really needs to sit down and just do one big apology video to everyone. And usually I wouldn't say that that was the best form of protocol, because when there is an apology to a certain demographic, you should address them directly. You know what I mean? I feel like when people try and lump all their apologies together, if there's like 3 or 4, I feel like those should be 3 or 4 videos to those prospective audiences. But with Trisha Paytas, it literally makes no sense but to sit down and make one video with every apology it is that you can think of that you actually are sorry for in. Because it's so hard to find these apologies, even if they do exist.
But a devil's advocate, and I hate to advocate for the devil, right? But, like, at what point, like, why? Like, she's clearly, if she has addressed everything, then she's addressed everything. But, like, even if she does this, I still think that people are going to have a problem. Like, at what point do you just stop and not care anymore, you know? Like...
No, I get that, but I feel like that lack of caring is possibly what's harming her, because at this very moment in time, the Trishyland people can pick apart various different things it is that she's done and say, she's never apologized. And then people who actually want to advocate for Trisha Paytas have to go out of their way to search and find these little apologies and these things it is that she said. Do you get what I mean? So for me personally, I feel like what else can they say then? You know, that she's a bad mom. Okay, let them run with that. What else can they say now? You know? Because once somebody apologizes, that's what they want. They want that reckoning. They want her to receive negativity for her negative behavior. They're living in that like just world fallacy where, you know, good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. But in this situation, somebody who they equate as a bad person has got away and had a good life, and that hurts them. And I feel like that's the problem with Trishyland, is that they feel personally hurt by the fact that somebody who has done bad, who has advocated for bad, who has never attempted to do good, in their perspective, has received good things.
This person makes a good point. They say, but if people were actually cared to hear her apologies, they would find it for themselves. So I mean, like, I get both sides of it. Like, she's been on the internet, what, 16 years now? Like,
yeah,
I don't think that there's one video that Trisha could make that she could really address everything that she's ever done, you know?
I don't know. I mean,
that's me playing devil's advocate, you guys. Like,
yeah,
I thought Trisha was right. I've said she was right. When I thought
she's wrong, she's wrong. Yeah, I feel like there's nobody who can truly like advocate for her past and make any like excuses for her. You know what I mean? The past is the past. She's done some terrible things. And since we're addressing comments, I saw a lot of people in the comment section who were like really upset with me because I said it was funny. When I say that it's funny, I'm talking about the actual comments that are left underneath them, not the actual pictures themselves. I thought that was clear, but I just want to make it explicitly clear. I'm talking about the captions. Some of these captions are actually hilarious. Like when we're talking about, I hope this works for fake black babies. I'm such a racist. Like, I feel like that's so juvenile and so stupid that it's funny. Not that I think that revenge porn is funny. I don't think revenge porn is funny under any parameters, even if it's for a sex worker, period. Right, with that being said, let's move on to the next one. We have this one over here. Some more pictures. They were able to post videos as well. So there was videos of Trisha Paytas crying, obviously with some more hilarious captions. Now you got to remember that this is on that glow skin enhancement website as well. So there's also photographs of Hila Klein. So I don't know whether you want to put two and two together and work out what fan base that was, as well as Trisha Paytas' mother, who was also posted on there. What else have we got? We got some people showing chemical burns. I know that there was like a controversy with her like old skin burn, Trisha skin, that gave somebody like a chemical burn. So I know there was a situation there. What else have we got there? And just more horrible pictures. So what's interesting about this, and this is the part that I find like the most interesting about this situation, is on Frenemies 3, somebody said there are fucking hundreds of these reviews, pornographic images, completely uncensored, horrible fantasy comments left by people of Trisha's past, obvious fake post burn victims, unbelievable. I'm horrified for Trisha and deeply effing regret ever being a part of that hateful, disgusting community of pathetic losers with nothing better to do but to be toxic and mentally disturbed. They have completely forgotten their purpose. This shit is so disgusting and I'm genuinely very upset over it. I don't see a way to report these reviews either. Then it says, edit, there are over 1,000 fake reviews now. So they worked quick and they worked fast, and there was over 1,000 fake reviews the moment that this skincare product went up. What do you think about that, Dustin?
I think that is straight harassment, period, point blank, end of. Like, these are the same people that will get on the internet and call other people trash while they're doing the things that make them trash, if that makes sense. Like, I can't even put into words how that makes me feel. That's so icky. Like, how are you going to call someone out for being so gross and disgusting, so on, and then do this type of stuff to people? Like, that's wrong. Like, there's no way. anything that Trisha's done, that's not me justifying it, but them doing this to her, like, it's not up to them to give someone karma. And I feel like people think that they can take things like that into their own hands, and that's just not how that works.
Yeah, 100%. I saw that somebody online, underneath one of Trisha's posts on Twitter, which we'll get to shortly, said, do you think you're the only person to have like a snark thread on Reddit about you? There's Jacqueline Hill, there's Jackie Einer, there's loads of different other content creators who have horrible hatred-filled snark threads about them. Do you think that any of them have ever come close to what it is that Trisha Paytas has had to experience? Because my answer to that question is no.
There's been some pretty bad ones, and like especially like in the old Jacqueline Hill threads, they were like incredibly gross to her, but never to this extent. I don't think I've ever seen something like this ever.
I mean, we have to remember, and I know that a couple of people will be here from the last stream it is that I did. You got to remember, at one point they were contacting ICE allegedly for Moses to try and get him deported. They were contacting her fertility clinic and leaving bad messages on the fertility clinic's Instagram and all that kind of stuff. They were finding out what local schools, that was the one that really fucking, like, it got me so mad. Weird. Saying what local schools could Malibu go to, and then like listing, and I couldn't even show the stream what it was that I was looking at, because I was like, I don't want to put this little girl in danger. All of the private local schools is that Malibu could attend, and there was like a list of 5 of them, and they were like, well, she lives 5 miles from this one, she lives 20 miles from that one. Do you think she'll commute? No, she doesn't want to commute. Like, and I was just like, oh my God, things have even got so crazy over there recently that whilst I was searching through and gathering receipts and stuff, right, they're now making like fan fiction. Dustin, fan fiction of
what?
Trisha Paytas and Moses' conversations behind closed doors. Like, these people are legit, like, not okay in the brain. Like, they're not.
Yeah, there's something like mentally wrong. There's like some mental defects going on there for them to act that way.
But like, I question with 40,000 members over the course of how many weeks? 40,000 have come back to create a whole new Trishyland.
Then that's given me, do you think that it's really that many people, or do you think that that's just like a bunch of people that are like really savvy with computers that are continually doing this? Like,
so I heard through the grapevine, I think it was Frenemies Free, there was an individual who tried to audit the Trishyland, the second Trishyland that's been put up there, the Trishy's Wifeys or whatever it's called. And they basically found that like less than 50% of the people who were there weren't real, or they believed not to be real or active users. So they're basically alluding to the fact that it was botted. But again, you also have to remember that Frenemies 3 opposes Trishyland. So you kind of have to take that information with a grain of salt if you don't know the ins and out of botting. Because I have no idea.
Right. I don't either. But like, that's common sense. To me, I would think that would be like common sense. Like, the math doesn't add up like that quickly.
Yeah, the math isn't mathing. Dark Siren, thank you so much for the $2. They say, I'm sorry, they're making what now? What the F? Yeah, it's got real crazy over there, like hugely crazy. So we've got another one over here. This is also from Trishyland. Let me see if I can zoom in. So this is what they said. The reviews are in. Long live the wifeys. So it seems like it was like a planned or staged attack from the Trishyland individuals, because they seem to be letting each other know like what was going on as it was going on. And then later, what's that? What have we got? All the reviews aren't wifey ones. They were just copy and pasted reviews from the original product, which already existed. So they were basically trying to say that Trisha Paytas was lying, that this was all of the Trisha Paytas people who like don't like her, like all the haters and stuff like that. But then if I can find the receipt, hold on, because somebody's saying that she'll send her fishies after them. Then if I can find the receipt.
Can we talk about that though? Because I don't think that Trisha, like back in the day, if Trisha would have like called someone out in a video or something, like her follower, they would have attacked. But I don't think that Trisha has pull like that anymore. I don't think her followers go after people.
Oh no, she doesn't have that level of celebrity anymore. There was one point in time where Trisha could sit down on her kitchen floor, she could cry boo-hoo tears, and then her audience would go forth and attack whoever it was that made her cry. There was a point in time when that was real. 2022, 2023 is not that time. It hasn't been that time for Trisha in a long while. You know what I mean? No. So here we go. So this is from Frenemies 3. They said, for those in Trishyland saying that it isn't them that's doing this, here's proof from their Discord server admitting that their members are the ones who are posting Trisha's sex work in product reviews. So basically they were saying it's not us, it could be anyone. You guys are putting 2 and 2 together and getting 8. Like that's what they were saying, right? And then somebody says, I don't think there's a way to remove it. You don't get to get an account or anything, just an email verification. Then somebody, which is allegedly one of the moderators, says, I have an update. The wifey came forward. So we're supposed to believe these over 1,000 reviews were left by one wifey, right? And they said, damn. Yeah, apparently. They said, the wifey came forward completely embarrassed and apologetic. It was an honest mistake. They just got caught up in the fun of it. Bad news is it can't be deleted. So, and this is what the moderator suggested. Although I do not condone posting fake reviews, protecting my wifeys are more important. So if you feel so inclined and want to post a fake, non-nude or discriminatory review or 3 in an effort to push this whoopsie review down the abyss, I would most certainly not judge you whatsoever. Did you hear that, bitch? Did you hear that?
What? With her whole fucking mouth said that.
With her whole fucking chest. So basically, all of the other reviews that weren't explicit, because at that time they were 100% explicit, right? So all of the other reviews that weren't so explicit, we now believe, or we're led to believe, were posted to kind of not make such a huge deal out of the revenge corn that was posted on Trisha's behalf.
That's fucking nuts. Like, how do they have time? Like,
isn't it too much time? How many hours are in this goddamn day? Like, I have not got time for this. There are people on this planet that I dislike, and I vehemently dislike or I hate, right? There's only been one person on this planet who I've hated, and you know exactly who that person is. We don't even need to go into it. But there is one person on this planet that I hate. Besides that, everybody else I just fucking dislike, right? Even for people that I hate, I don't have this kind of energy. I don't have this kind of time.
No,
Like literally go.
Like I struggle daily to like find things to talk about and work on videos, and like I feel like my day is over in 10 minutes. Like,
yeah, right. And you've procrastinated. You've been on TikTok all day, and you're like, oh goddamn, I've not done fuck all.
I feel really seen right now.
Yeah, so like these people have way too much time to like literally like Avengers assemble. Like constantly, and it's just so insane to me because I'm like, where do these people find the time? There has to be some kind of like, because I'm trying to like, here's me, I'm trying to think about the psychology, like, you know, groupthink, herd mentality. I'm trying to like figure out like what could make individuals create a community just to despise one individual in such a vehement manner, because I've never seen this before. Like, this is literally like a social media phenomenon for me.
Like the only other time I've seen something like this, but it was not this magnitude, was when JK was around. Like, I'm not gonna say the name.
Yes.
If you say it, that's the only thing that comes to mind. Like, this is literally insane.
You know, we're old heads of YouTube, so we're gonna have to say his name, right? Because the chat, like some of the chat's not gonna know who this dude is. We're the old heads. You gotta remember, like we're OGs in this bitch. So John Cookian, for those of you who don't know. John Cookian, can I just say a massive thank you to moderators handling the business in the comment section as well. I really appreciate it. But John Cookian, I won't say it one more time because I think I might summon the devil, but he is the only person that I've ever seen this amount of hate towards. Because his guru gossip thread was long, bitch.
It was popping, bitch. It was popping.
There was a lot in there. But that's the problem, is that when so many people come together, like, misinformation spreads. Because the same thing happened with John Cookie. And, like, whether you like him or don't, whether you think he's a crap or like a piece of shit or whatever, a lot of misinformation was spread about him as well, you know? So yeah, so that's what happened. Let's go back to what it is that Trisha Paytas has been saying, and then we'll keep it pushing.
That I am kind of ashamed of. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very ashamed. Especially now being a parent, I knew that it was gonna be out there forever, but now this Reddit that has 40,000 followers. And they're saying, well, she deserves it because she did this, this, and this. Oh, she trolled, 10 years ago, so she deserves this. And it's like, no one deserves this. No one. Like, I have apologized profusely. I've gone about living my life. I disengaged from drama for the past year and for the rest of my life, because this is like insane level of harassment. The reviews, and we're screenshotting all of it. The reviews are nasty photos of videos of me with other people, which those, and I promised myself I wasn't gonna let myself cry on the internet again, but this has gone like too far, and Reddit does absolutely nothing. They say they're against targeted harassment. I report it every single day. I report that site every single day, and they do.
Okay, so we got Brendan Lee, who just said, does she do OnlyFans anymore? So from what I've heard, she does do OnlyFans, but she only posts nude photos. So it's just photographs of her in the nude, things that she sees as tasteful and arty, allegedly. But she's saying that she doesn't take photos of or distribute any, like, quote unquote pornographic material. So that's the only difference that's taking place right now with Trisha Paytas in this moment.
Absolutely nothing, and today it has gone way too far. And you know what's crazy is that this one gets taken down, they'll do another one. When is enough is enough. I know I'm not the only one with Reddit just spreads like actual like lies and like targeted harassment. But when is like enough? Like, I stopped posting my daughter on YouTube because I'm just like, they make up falsities. They fantasize, these sick individuals like fantasize. They want something to be wrong with my daughter, with the way we parent. They want that so badly for her to not be with us. It's so scary.
Okay, Dustin, I need you to do me a favor, sweetheart. I need you to entertain chat for like 5 minutes, please. My husband's just come in and I've locked the front door, so I need to go downstairs. So say hello, read comments, okay. do the damn thing. You got the show.
Okay. So I have a lot of thoughts about this. Like, I honestly think that this is stalking. Like, if it's not all of them, it's some of them. Like, definitely. What do you guys think? Return of the gas. Dance. I can't dance. I want to get back to the point that I was making earlier about like Trisha. I feel like she's struggling lately with really trying to pull her audience in the way that she did before, because all the drama that she's been in, like especially with Ethan, like his fans are like really diehard, and I feel like they do this. Like, some of them are these people in Trishyland. I look like I'm all hunched over too. Like, there is a lot to unpack here, a lot. But I totally understand why she's upset. Like, they're posting pictures of her, one, content that she has behind a paywall. That's one. But two, it's like, these are not necessarily the greatest photos, you know what I mean? So I understand why she would be so upset over this. This is like really bottom of the barrel type of stuff. And it's 1,000,000% targeted harassment, 1,000,000%. If you have to single one person out and do this to them, like, I don't understand why Reddit has allowed this to go on the way it has. But like, also too, like, I'm not defending Ethan, but like, really, what can he do? Like, he can't stop his fans from attacking Trisha. That's just not gonna happen. But Paige really did make a good point, though. There's no precedent that I've ever seen this bad when it comes to like people posting stuff on forums like this. Like guru gossip's one thing, but like Reddit is a whole nother beast. Listen, not all of Reddit sucks, and that's not me defending people on Reddit, but if you ever need anything, you know how you go to Google and you find out how to do things? Like if you wanted to learn how to open a bottle of wine, put in Google, Reddit, how to open a bottle of wine, and you will find out how to open a bottle of wine. So not all of Reddit is bad.
Okay, so hi. I just had to deal with the kids as well. Right, okay, so
I was treading water, girl.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, you didn't say anything bad, did you? Girl, are you gonna get me demonetized? Am I gonna lose my channel?
No.
So, okay, before we get into it, what are you sipping on? What are you smoking on?
Elf bar. I had 2 edibles before I sat down.
I know. We were speaking a little bit earlier, and I said to Gareth, because Gareth just came in, he was like, I was listening on the drive home, and I was like, oh, okay, how is it? How's it looking? He's like, yeah, you guys bounce off each other really well. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. I was like, I was wondering, because like he's had some weed, so I didn't know if he'd be low energy. And he's like, no, he's not low energy at all. So it's all good. It's translating well. I appreciate it. And thank you for being here as well. Okay, so let's get back into Trisha Paytas. Sorry, I'm like a million miles per hour, but I'm sweating now because I'm running around the house. Okay. Had to make a bottle for my son. Sucks. Right, okay, so let's go.
And I talked to my lawyer, and there's very little legal action you can take against Reddit. And even if you do, it's like just gonna be an endless just money monster, just spending money, and then they can fight it. And who are you even fighting? Like, but the fact that they can't control these things. If their number one rule is like no targeted bullying or harassment, like what is happening? They're allowing this once again, it's literally revenge porn to be posted on their site to encourage this behavior. Mods are seeing it. Some posts are still left up. Everyone's like, and if you look at the posting on the mods, like, well, she deserves it, or it's not just from us, it could be from anywhere. No, it's from you. It's from you. You guys are reposting this. It's escalating this whole thing. It's crazy. What?
Okay, so real talk, Dustin, before we continue, do you think that like Trisha Paytas is like genuinely having anxiety here? Because like from what I can see, it seems as if like she's showing signs of having like some kind of anxiety attack.
I think so, for sure. Her body language, like definitely she's upset. You can see it in her face, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Like, what is enough? They do everything under the guise of being held accountable, but they literally just make stuff up, and they say that, oh, let's Photoshop in this to make her look this way. Let's say this is happening. They'll take a screenshot, and like they want something to be wrong with it. Wrong with me. It's fine if you hate me and want to ruin me and try and want to ruin my livelihood. Okay, fine, but like leave my daughter.
That's another good point that I don't think has been brought up. Like, while these people are doing this, like, they're wanting to get at Trisha and they're trying to defend Malibu. They're sitting here, like, literally taking food off of her plate.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
So, I mean, they're indirectly hurting the child that they allegedly care so much about. You know what I mean?
Well, because you know that end goal is that they just simply want Trisha Paytas off the internet. But for somebody who's been on the internet, I mean, did she just celebrate a 16-year anniversary? Like, this is her livelihood. Like, the idea that she's going to leave the internet anytime soon is just crazy to me. So... Yeah, I think that's a valid point. Let's speak to the audience, because we haven't actually spoken to the audience much. Allegedly, Angela, thank you so much for being here and modding. I really appreciate it. Okay, so like, what do you guys think? I'm gonna maximize my chat over here so we can see what's going on. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Trisha Paytas is unjustly being targeted? In fact, can we do a poll? Is there anyone on a computer right now to do a poll? Because I don't think I can. Oh, I can. I can start a poll. Oh, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to do a poll right now, and I want to know what you guys think. So the poll will be, do you think Trisha is being unjust? How do I spell unjustly targeted? Question mark. And then we'll have one that says yes. And we'll have one that says no. Okay, I'm gonna post this poll. How do I go? Can I post it? How do I do it? Okay.
The wrong one, girl.
Okay, I posted the poll. It should be at the top of chat right now. Let me know what it is that you guys think. And whilst you guys are voting in the poll, I would like to have a conversation with some of you. So, and I also want to hear from people who don't agree. Like, I want to hear from a Trishyland person. If you're a person, in fact, let's do that. If you're a person who is involved with Trishyland, you are 100% able to stay anonymous. I want to hear adverse opinions. I feel like the only way that I can formulate my own opinion is to hear opinions that are outside of my own. This is why I like talking to Dustin, because we don't always share the same opinion. For instance, more recently, he's made a lot of videos on Michaela Nogueira. I like the girl. He hates her. He doesn't like her that much.
Let me clear that up. I don't hate Michaela. I hate the way that she acts. And I actually had a conversation with Michaela the other day. So. There's no tea there.
I was going to say, you never spilt that tea in the chat.
Well, it's not really tea. It's because she was so worried about Rich making this video and paying this $5,000. And I was just like, girl, just don't feed into him. Just don't get into it with him and he won't do anything. Like, he only can move if she moves. I was like, girl, just be quiet.
Real talk. Do you think that, okay, real talk. Do you think that Rich Lux paid anyone $5,000 for anything?
No.
Exactly. No. Like, literally when I heard that, I was like, ha, lies. He's not paid $5,000. I could see him paying $1,000 maybe for a story, but not $5,000. That's way more than he'd make in revenue. There's no way in God's name. Okay, so every mod just cringed paid. What? What did I do? What did I say? Why are we cringing? This is why I like Paige's content. She makes me view a different perspective. Thank you so much, Bay ASMR. ASMR, considering you are an individual who is within the ASMR community, how do you feel about Trisha Paytas being a part of your community now?
I have this eyelash that just will not stop.
It's okay, babe. Why do you need someone? Oh, a sec. Sorry. Bob Tip said, why do you need someone to make excuses for why they are attacking someone? What do you mean, Bob? What are we talking about here? I'm trying to understand your thought process. What are we talking about? For real, they should be attacking James instead. Girl, if Trishyland could mobilize for James Charles in the way that they are mobilizing for Trisha Paytas, could you imagine? Could we imagine what kind of, if they could mobilize for something that truly is, like, literally at this present moment a danger to society? Like, literally, isn't that what fucking what's his name, Jeffree Star? Didn't you say that, like, you're a menace to society or some shit?
Remember he said that about James? He was like, and James is a menace to society.
Yeah. And then, like, after,
he said Laura Lee had no soul.
Listen, he did that with all that vim and then did that video where it was like, never doing this again. I'm like, oh, you had so much chat on Twitter, and when it came down to it, you had no chat for nobody at all. Right, okay, so we got, I remember seeing Trisha, Bob Tip came back, he says, why are you wanting to hear Trishyland's excuses? Listen, I am a person who likes to be objective in all of my commentary. I could give a crap about what it is that other people think. I will hear from anybody regardless of any demographic, any past, because I know there's some people who are like, this person's done this, you shouldn't associate with them. Listen, I'm here to talk. As a commentator, I cannot base any opinions of my own without hearing all perspectives. And if I need to hear directly from the horse's mouth in order to generate an opinion, I'm going to do that. For me, that's the only way that we can actually come to any kind of, like, you know, real agreement as to what's good, what's bad, what's correct, what isn't, the moral code, the compasses, the nuances, the black, the white, and the gray. So for me personally, like, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care about anything like that. I want to hear from you. And if I don't want to hear from my audience, then what am I doing this for? What, just to spout my opinion and never be contradicted in any way? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm happy to hear from Trishylanders. If you are a Trishylander and you would like to talk to me, moderators, who have we got in here? Katie Lady, can you leave a link to our Discord? And leave a message in the Discord saying that you want to have a conversation, and I will drag you in if that's what you want. Okay. 725 members. Oh my God, on my Discord. That's crazy. We're going to be close to 1,000 soon. That's crazy. Right. Okay. So with that being said, we've had a quick chat with the audience. Is there any questions that you want to ask the audience?
Not really.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought I'd ask you anyway. Right. Okay. So the audience have 85% yes on an unjust attack against Trisha Paytas. Do you agree? Oh, do you
think it is unjust?
I was going to say, do you think it's justified?
No, I don't. That was me in my mind trying to like rationalize it. No.
Okay. Right. We'll move back on to Trisha Paytas' video. I'm going to put it on 1.25 speed. Can I just say I got over that 600 viewpoint now. And because of that, I've seemed to have chilled out just a little bit. So hopefully the stream should be a lot more relaxed. Okay, let's go.
I already struggle, like I said, with the stuff that I put out on my OnlyFans. It's still up because that is my income at the moment, and I'm trying. It's so hard to like do other streams of income and stuff like that. You know, I don't like talking about this stuff. It's like embarrassing, whatever. But the fact that they're taking this stuff that's behind a paywall, videos that I since deleted because I don't want to be like associated. There's a lot of stuff I've done with like other people on there that I take down because I just don't want that out there, regardless of the money. You know, yeah, I post nudes and stuff like that, but the explicit stuff, it's like the fact that it's out there and it's on these sites and like. And it's forever on the Trishyland Wifey's Reddit. It's forever on there. They're so sick. These people are so sick.
Okay, so real talk. Trisha Paytas just said that like she's obviously like somewhat embarrassed about doing the kind of pornographic content it is that she did on her Trishyland, OnlyFans. Do you regret your work on OnlyFans?
No, I made several bags on OnlyFans. I'd do it again if I knew people would watch.
Oh, I was just wondering because there's a lot of people who like end up regretting it and all that kind of stuff. And I had a few people reach out to me in the past who said like, you know, oh, do you regret OnlyFans and is that why you're not doing it anymore? And I'm like, girl, no, it's just I've put on weight and I just like I want y'all to be able to see the coochie right now. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to lift up for you to see the coochie. I want you to see the coochie. So for me personally, like there's no like bad vibes or bad blood with OnlyFans, but it's quite interesting that like because I hear like a lot like, oh my God, you're a mother. And I'm like, yeah, so, and I'm still a sexual individual. So it's quite interesting to see that like motherhood has changed her because motherhood didn't change me like that. I don't know.
Well, it's still new to her too. I mean, she's still learning how, like, nobody knows how to be a mom right off rip, you know? So she's still like learning as she goes. It's not like you can read a book and know how to be an excellent mom. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, true that. I just thought, for me, I was just sitting there thinking like, why did motherhood change it? And there was a lot of people saying that she was like making like, you know, pregnancy corn and all that kind of stuff. And basically she was just like posting nudes whilst pregnant. And I'm like, that's not what you think it is. But anyway, let's move on.
I mean, there's literally articles. There was an NBC News article written about my last subreddit, the harassment, the crazy harassment that like went on, and like Reddit just allows like another one to just pop on up. They find nothing wrong with these posts. They post pictures of my daughter on there. They make fun of her. You know, it's not posting on YouTube of her. Maybe I'll just stop posting her altogether. I mean, that's these sickos.
Okay, some of you guys are asking me to put slow mode in chat. I'm going to try my best. I don't know how to do it. So just bear with me, but I'm just going to keep playing this. Sorry.
Why? It's just... It's sick. And so many of the stuff are lies. They talk about my sexual assault that happened when I was younger, and so many of them say like they still taunt me with like the name, saying I've lied as if they were there. And anyone who's come to my defense and be like, yeah, something similar happened to me. It's like, oh, it must be Trisha. It's fake. They bullied, harassed that person on social media, so that person doesn't want to speak up or anyone else. It's so sick. hate doing this video, but I am at my wit's end and I don't know what else to do. All I can show is this video for proof, like saying that I sent the emails to Reddit. I sent the emails to Reddit. This is another plea for Reddit to do something about this subreddit, this Trishyland wifeys, because like if it takes going to court and just spending all my money on it, like all of our savings, like then maybe that's what has to be done, so this doesn't continue happening to me and other people, because I've seen it on TikTok too, people like with less followers than me just getting harassed, fake calls to CPS, all of this, like it's just calls to their work, calls to this, it's just, it needs to stop. It's no longer just like a snark funny Reddit, it's like serious, and it's illegal showing my daughter's face without my consent on Reddit, showing my like graphic images that I used to sell behind a paywall on an adult website, now that's just out there for free and people being, well, she put it out there, so that's what she deserves. Still stealing my content, like all this stuff is highly illegal and like Reddit's not doing anything about it. So this is my plea. I'm putting it out there. I have to put this out there because if there is something that I'm gonna attempt to do like legally, I need to show that I've been desperate and I've been trying and document all this, because reporting it's just not enough. So go there if you want. You know, they think they have all this stuff on me. I don't care. It's stuff from 15 years ago. If that's what's gonna want to, you know, to hate me and trigger me, that's fine. But like, this is too much. I'm looking again, the poster's still up, and they're basically like, if you just post these, like, they're calling like spicy photos, like encouraging it, that like the site will have to be taken down. Like, this is what they want. This is targeted harassment and bullying. I've worked with 3 different companies that have asked me to take down posts, and they've been so nice and gracious about it. Like, I'm sorry you have to deal with this on a daily basis, but like our company can't handle this, our small business can't handle this right now. Like, take down the post. And I always feel so bad and so awful, because it's just straight up harassment, sending my nudes to companies, and I have this all like documented of people just sending like nudes and just sending like made up stuff. And the fact that these posts are still up.
Okay, real talk. How do I put slow mode on chat? Does anyone know? Because I'm on the stream studio and I have absolutely no idea how to put slow mode on. I thought it was just like a button that I clicked and I can't see it. So if anyone knows, let me know in chat, please.
And people are still encouraging this. Like, I don't understand. This is like, will never end. This will never end. Unless the Reddit is taken down, because I've never, ever, ever had this harassment and bullying nonstop over stuff that never even happened, and over stuff that's like my nudes and all this stuff that's only happened since the Trishyland Reddit started in October 2021 to now, and it's just relentless.
Marva, thank you so much for the 3 hearts in chat. I really appreciate your donation this evening. Thank you to everyone who's donated as well.
Okay, I've been on social media for 16 years. There's been other trash websites, Lipstick Alley, Guru Gossip, all these things, and it's never been like this until this like Reddit came along.
See?
So Reddit, do something about this. Do something about it, because now it's up to Reddit. Like, delete this Reddit. Like, delete it. I don't understand. I report this every single day. It's breaking laws, it's breaking rules, and it's still up.
That sounds like somebody at their last, like,
yeah,
on their last leg with the situation.
Yeah, so how does that make you feel overall?
I think there's, like, we can say that we get hardened to, like, people say nasty, mean things to us, and to a degree I really think that we do, because people are just ruthless and mean, but, like, this is way more than that, you know?
Yeah. And what about this situation? Do you think, like, where do you think that things can change? Do you think it's ever going to change for Trisha Paytas, or do you think it's over?
What do you mean in terms of like them stopping or her?
Yeah, because I mean, this is what she wants. This, she said at the end, this is her plea. This is what she wants. She wants them to stop. Do you think it's ever going to stop for Trisha Paytas?
I think that the only way it will stop is if she just acts like it doesn't exist. But I think you know Trisha, I think have you spoken to her like privately? Like,
I've spoken to her once or twice in the past, but not recently. No, like in the past, I don't know, 6 months plus, not recently.
She's not a very litigious person, but I do, like, in my opinion, knowing her, I think that she probably will go like the route of an attorney or something. Like, she'll have to if she ever really truly wants them to stop, because clearly Reddit doesn't care.
And what do you think about like these places where they have like snark threads and stuff like that? Have you ever engaged in anything like that?
Reddit. I've never engaged with it. It's not really. I'll read shit about me all day long and other people, but like for me, like I've never like logged in, made an account, and said anything about anyone. I'd like to, but I never would.
Really? You've never like engaged in a snark thread of anyone in the past? Never, ever, ever in the whole time that you have been on social media?
Unless it was on Twitter, no. Like if I have something to say, I'll like say it just straight to the person. That's why like Twitter used to get me in so much trouble. I don't need to go on an Anon account to say what I need to say.
God damn. I'll tell you what's happened. In the past, I think, gosh, this has to be like 2017 maybe. I went on to Guru Gossip to basically tell them to take down my shit. And they blocked me from the website. That was about it. Yeah, basically, at the time, they had like one of my cousins on there because they like found my family on Twitter, not on Twitter.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And at the time, my cousin was like 16 or something like that because I was 26, right? So I'm like 10 years older than her. She was like 16 or something at the time. And I was like, listen, you can talk about me. You can even talk about my mum because she's been on my channel before. But like, leave my cousins and my family members external to me out of it. You know, like if we go to like my Guru Gossip and stuff, they've got photos of like my brother-in-law, it was future sister-in-law, but they're getting them engaged now. So my soon-to-be sister-in-law and all that kind of stuff all on there. And like Gareth's parents and stuff, like it's so strange. And I was so angry, but like now, like as I've got older, I'm just kind of like, oh, well, it is what it is. Do you get what I mean? But that's the only time that I've ever been on there. I can't think of a time that I've ever really been like engaged in a snark thread or something like that. But I could probably say that like the same, that I've been involved in like a snarky, you know, thread in terms of Twitter. You know, like talking, like somebody said something, I've been like, fuck you, this is what you said on this date. You know what I mean?
No, do you remember even like on Gigi back in the day? Like, I hate to bring him up again. I'm not going to say his name, but do you remember that they even found out like the layout of his apartment? Like, that is weird to me. Like, yes! I can like, dislike someone and not know like every detail of their life. And like, that's so weird.
Okay, and you know who found that information, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we don't have to say the names. Good. But I was going to say, I'll text it you because you know the person who fucking found that information, because I remember, because that's the reason that I stopped talking to them like altogether, because I was like, you are like batshit crazy, like not just a little bit crazy, like crazy. You can dislike somebody without taking it so far. And that's the problem that it is that some of the Trishyland people were having. I'll see if I can try and bring it up whilst we're having a conversation now. But on the Trishyland... Was it Trishy Wifeys, I think their name is. I wish I had this already up. Oh god. Let's do Trishyland, it'll bring it up. Some of them were basically in the it's not that one. Oh, is this the new Trishyland's Wifeys? Here we are. Some of them on the subreddit were basically saying, let's close this down. Were basically saying that they felt that the whole situation had pretty much gone way too far, and that inadvertently the Trishyland Wifeys or whatever had made it a situation where Trisha could present herself further as the victim. Oh my God, they've posted so much. What? There's a reaction video. Girl, there's so much here already.
It almost feels like, well, no, it doesn't almost. It is like there's boundaries with anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was talking about like the situation with Rich the other day. I don't want to get into, but basically, like you have to know when to stop. Like if these people. I would hate to know these people in real life because they have to be just horrible people because there's nothing off the table with them. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to come a time when you know enough is enough, and like they just keep pushing, poking, and prodding.
So since you brought Rich Lux up, do you think that like the amount of videos it is that people like Rich Lux, because he isn't alone in this, let me just add, like Rich Lux have been making about Trisha Paytas throughout her pregnancy, do you think all of that was a bit much?
I mean, it's one thing to just occasionally casually make a video about Trisha if she did something, but like to continually like if you like taking an inch and turning it into a 5 mile country like mile, like that's too much. Like that's when it becomes harassment. I've made videos like 2 or 3 videos on James Charles, for instance, and then he'll fuck up again, and then I have to make another video. I'm like, no, I got to put something in between that because I never want to like make people feel like I'm doing something intentionally to get at them. And at this point, like it's clear that these people are intentionally doing this. Over 1,000 reviews off rip, like that's weird.
Girl, I'm trying to find this post that I looked at earlier, and it seems to have been either deleted or here it is. This is getting out of hand. This is the one, I think. No, it's not. It's not. It's not this one. I'm trying to find this post, but it seems to have gone. Free speech violation, no. So they've been going off in the past 6 hours since this video has been live, just so you're aware. They've been going off, they've been talking about it nonstop. There is a whole section here called Trisha is lying to you about what we do in the sub. People who are on my Discord, most predominantly people such as Katie Lady and my moderators who are on my Discord, let me know if there is any Trishyland people who do want to come over and have a conversation with me. I am more than happy to listen to them. Just make sure you let me know in chat or send me a direct message on Discord. I'm happy to have them on. Right, okay, so and that being said, there's this whole thing where it goes, Trisha is lying to you about what we do on this sub. Look for yourselves. We don't believe anything that Trisha says. We don't make fun of Malibu. Okay, so have you ever heard of Trishyland making fun of Malibu?
Me personally, no, but I think that I did see maybe one thread that had a picture of her in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't blurred out, but to my knowledge, I don't think that I've ever, but I haven't looked for it either.
Yeah, so the only thing it is that I've seen it that pertains to Malibu is them like jokingly talking about the birthmark in the center of her head. That is the only time that I've seen anything to do with Malibu. And I don't think it was necessarily mean, more so pointing it out, if that makes any sense. And it was more so to snark at Trisha, because I do believe that when I was reading the thread, it was like, how does Trisha feel about her daughter having such an imperfection? It's like, hold on, all babies are perfect. What the fuck's wrong with you, you strange individual? So whilst that was a horrible comment, I think it was more so to snark on Trisha than Malibu, if that makes any sense. And that's the only thing I can say that I've seen.
Why, like, that in and of itself is too much. Like, it should have stopped right then. Like, why would they say that? Like, that's the defenseless child, you know what I mean? Regardless of the parent, like, why would you make a comment like that about a child that has a birthmark? That's weird.
I mean, yeah, but what I'm trying to say is I don't think it was necessarily directed attacks at Malibu. Because I feel like sometimes when people hear, you know, they say stuff about the baby, they feel like grown adults are attacking a baby. Whereas it was more so the attack was geared towards Trisha Paytas. And I kind of wanted just to make that clear. Okay, so next thing is we no longer post Trisha's videos. Not since Trishyland got taken down for copyright, which I guess could be true, I don't know. The next one says, we don't post her not suitable for work content. Not since Trishyland. The next one is, it's not just stuff she did 15 years ago. Just have a look around, check links at the top of the sub, look for yourself. Don't believe everything that Trisha says. So do you think that like Trisha may have, like in that video, do you think like she misrepresented what it is that was going on this thread?
I don't want to say because I'm a little inebriated, but from what I saw in that video, just like my first initial thoughts were basically she was very emotionally charged in that video. So could she have possibly? Yes, but you got to think when you're being pelted all day, every single day, like even the smallest thing, if you conflate it, it can be a big thing in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So I think the whole thing's wrong.
Yeah, she also spoke about like the Mr. Riney thing, which is one thing that the Trishyland people have been getting at her about for a long while. She seems to continuously maintain the stance that what happened to her, and she's not changing her point of view in regards to that. what was your initial thoughts on the Mr. Riney thing, and has that changed in any way?
No, like I think people are trying to use Trisha Paytas's past against her because has she lied about things? Absolutely. But for her to say that and then for this other person to come forward and say that happened or it could have happened with her as well.
Yeah, it's Morgan.
Morgan. Like, who are any of these people to say? Like, if somebody got on Twitter and said, "Oh, I don't believe you," like, they would get dragged. But because it's in this Reddit thread, it's okay for these people to do this. Like, they're literally actively like calling someone a liar that said that they were SA. That's like automatic off rip wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, just reading the comments as well. Somebody said, Lavender Amethyst. Once again, when I'm reading comments that I don't know as fact, obviously I'll let you guys know. I don't know any of this is fact because I don't follow that deeply. But Amethyst, as well as Summer77, said they post pictures of Malibu's body parts to snark on. So they're alleging that on this subreddit, they post pictures of the child to make fun of. That's fucking gross. That's enough to get a beating from me. Like, I will fight somebody over that shit.
Yeah, and just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Like, obviously, anybody that would be okay with that, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah, I just want to make it
snark on a tile.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it sure that if I haven't seen it for myself with my own eyes, I don't want to sit there and say, well, this is true. You know what I mean? Because unless I've seen it, I'm not going to say it's true. That's just the way that I roll with this, because there's a lot of things that are fake about Trisha Paytas, and there's a lot of things that are dreadfully real when it comes to Trisha Paytas. And I think that, you know, when it comes to the kid, I've not seen anything, so I don't want to sit there and say this is facts if I've not seen it. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's pretty much everything that it is to do with Trisha Paytas. She went on a rant. We'll take a look at her rant, shall we? And I think we'll wrap it up and chat to the audience from there, I think. So, okay, so we have Trisha Paytas. This is her rant on social media that originally alerted me to the fact that Trisha Paytas was going to be talking about this in some way. And I also have a conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is that she lost her deal with the Glow Enhancement Company. And I think that that's what really ticked her off, because a lot of people were like, she's, if you read through the thread while I was scrolling down, some people were saying stuff like she's a money hungry pig and whatever. Here's the thing. I feel like no matter what it is that she does, whether it's something for her fertility, whether it's something for her marriage, whether it's something in relation to her honeymoon or whatever it is that she does, people just go out of their way to attack anyone in proximity. When she went on her honeymoon, people were contacting the embassy to talk about the fact that she was creating OnlyFans content in a country that doesn't allow porn. They also contacted the hotel to let them know that the couple were also doing, OnlyFans content on their premises. They also contacted ICE allegedly on behalf of Moses to try and get him deported. They also contacted CPS, many fake contacts to CPS in relation to Malibu, even prior to Malibu's birth. They allegedly contacted the fertility clinic. It was that Trisha Paytas was going to get her treatment from, and they have contacted numerous sponsors. It is at Trisha Paytas' house. So Trisha cannot move without these people brigading. Now, what I will say is that for me personally, whilst I might not agree that even though this is revenge corn, I feel like we can't deny that this is revenge corn. Trisha Paytas herself has also allegedly done revenge corn herself by retweeting that post in the past from that Vlog Squad girl, Erin. But what I will say is there's a difference between, even if you think that a sex worker does not deserve privacy because they put things on the internet and that they don't have the right to backtrack on the distribution it is that they put out there willingly themselves. This was maliciously done. And it was done with the intent of stopping a bag and ruining something for Trisha Paytas, which is her skincare line it is that she had with Glow Enhancement. So with that being said, if you don't have an issue with her nudes being posted out there in a malicious way, you should have a problem with brigading. And I feel like even if you go down to its fundamental basics of the situation and what has happened, This is brigading. This is contacting various different businesses and ruining somebody's potential opportunities on purpose with malicious intent. It just so happens that the medium in which they chose to do it in is revenge porn. And that's all I have to say about that. So with that being said, Trisha Paytas says, hey, Reddit, are you not taking down the revenge corn posts against me on r/Trishyland wifeys that have been happening all day? Targeted harassment on my business. Your rule, number one, we are a small business and we are trying to remove this. Posting this because you refuse to do anything about it. She goes on to post what it was that they said, which we've already taken a look at a little bit earlier. So let's move on. Then she said, straight from the Trishyland wifey's Reddit, posting and reposting revenge corn and targeted harassment towards me, saying that I deserve to have my corn leaked because I posted it. A lot of the stuff I did with other people, I don't have on my OnlyFans anymore because I am ashamed. Then she posted some of the stuff it was that was posted there. Somebody said, look, I completely agree with the wifeys saying that these reviews, whoever has posted them is not okay, isn't legit. However, why the fudge am I seeing some people in these comments feel sympathy towards her and feeling bad for her for the pornographic photos that are being posted with reviews? What else have we got? I have no sympathy for her whatsoever. Sorry, not sorry. She's the one who puts herself on the whole internet for all to see. The only person I have sympathy for is Malibu for having this horrible, disgusting woman as a mom, period. Somebody else says, completely agree. Somebody else says, most mods have posted an update. Another person said, this is what I'm saying. Y'all wanted her to be held accountable. And this is what that looks like. Her future business ventures will be ruined by people trying to hold her accountable. Do I think some of it is immature? Yes. Is this exactly what what she should have expected? Hell yes. Somebody else said, of course. And people don't stop to think about how immature she was for some of the shenanigans it is that she's pulled over the years, literally bullying actual minors on TikTok like a fool. Here we go. Somebody else says ASMR Skin website now looks like a corn site with all the spicy review photos. Then they said maybe the laugh emoji is going too far. I just can't believe they haven't shut it down. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine looking at that site and not knowing who Trisha Paytas is and seeing the reviews. Right, what else have we got? So she goes, yes, I still have an OnlyFans, but it's just news and has been for a long time. I don't sell most of the explicit stuff anymore because my views about it have changed since becoming a mum. OnlyFans is my income. It's not easy to just say... It's not that easy to just say, why is it still up? ? Either way, I don't deserve to have my content stolen or to harass me. And certainly not the content that I don't even post myself anymore because I do not want it out there. My corn is being posted to get me to take down my business. These people have sent my corn to multiple companies. Corn that I have only distributed behind a paywall 2 years ago that I no longer distribute. This is harassment. It's used to publicly humiliate and shame me. What do you think about that so far, Dustin?
I think she's making fair points. Like, when you think about it, like, people that put things on OnlyFans, not to go on there and screenshot it and put it anywhere else because that's a copyright issue. So, I mean, it's just like if you break up with someone, you delete their nudes. You wouldn't want, like, if it's behind a paywall, that's one thing, but then they're doing it and trying to get at her with her sponsors and hovering money and stuff over her head. Like, when is enough enough? Like, are they wanting her to, like, and I hate to be that person to, like, inject mental health into a conversation, but, like, at what point? Like, these people are trying to push her,
like over the edge. Like, and this is the thing. There's been a long period of time where Trisha Paytas didn't address a single thing for so long. And I used to say on social media, like, I don't know whether I would have been able to hang on like that. And here's the other thing as well. When you're pregnant, your hormones are completely all over the place. Dustin, you remember I was threatening to fight people 7 months pregnant because they said shit about me. Like I was going to get my big pregnant ass on a plane to go and fight somebody in America because they spoke shit about me. And why did I make that reference that I was going to fight somebody when I really wasn't, because I was pregnant, right? Why did I make that reference in the first place? Because I was pregnant. My emotions were everywhere. If you said boo, I was like, fuck you, fuck your mum, fuck the womb. I was ready to fight because my emotions were everywhere. I was not in my right mind. And how she lasted that entire pregnancy without losing the total plot, I don't know, because my emotions were everywhere whilst I was pregnant. We got a message here from Taylor, which I think is a really good point. She said, did they forget that she has business partners in this? So everyone else involved deserves their business to be ruined because people don't like Trisha. She's problematic, but so is this behavior. What do you think about that?
True. I think that that's a true statement. Like, it's problematic that they're doing this. Trisha's been problematic in the past. Like, so at what point does it stop? Like, somebody has to put the tool down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And these businesses as well, like, because people are like, oh, I know the comeback will be like, well, you know, they should do their research on who it is that they decide to work on. They're a business enterprise. They're looking at figures. They're looking at return on investment. They're looking at watch time. They're looking at how much money they're going to be able to get from engagement. They're looking at how much it is that you've done for other companies and what your figures are there. When I speak to a prospective company, they're not sitting there saying, okay, Paige, what's your brand ethos? Tell me a lot about what it is that you've done and all prior controversies, because that's not how business works. Okay, business is about numbers, figures. What can you bring for us? It's completely transactional. It's one person doing one thing for another person and another person doing another thing. So as far as I'm concerned, like, to expect these companies to instantaneously know everything about Trisha is unfair. But I do believe that Trisha said that the woman from this skincare company was her friend. Okay, so moving on. We have not only was my revenge corn being posted and kept up on Reddit, Trishyland wifeys, they also post photos of my child that I do not consent to and make up stories of abuse. This is sick, encouraging calls to CPS to report fake allegations. This is disgusting at Reddit. She goes on to say Trishyland was taken down on Reddit, but they allowed Trishyland wifeys to be created after. Ban evasion at Reddit, keeping my nudes on there to harass me and allowing my daughter to be posted on there without my consent. Disgusting. I mean, when they make up the stories of abuse, like, I've had that happen to me. You know, there's a particular channel out there that allowed some fucking ridiculous rhetoric about me slapping my child be posted on there on the internet, and that was the reason I wanted to fight people while 7 months pregnant, because I lost my shit. Like, I literally lost the actual plot over that shit, because I do gentle parenting and conscious parenting. I'm not that person. I would never raise my hand to my children under any parameters, and they just allowed some random person to say, yeah, well, I saw it, even though my audience was like, this never happened, and it pissed me off. So I can understand why it hurts.
That's what really sucks about the internet. One person can hear something completely wrong, and then they run and tell two people, and those two people tell three people, and then by the time you know it, 100 people are saying, oh, well, Paige does this, when that's not even what happened at all. And then you have the people that already have a bias towards you. They're like, oh, yeah, of course she did this. Of course Paige would do that. You know what I'm saying? It's the internet, but, like, when is enough enough?
Do you think that you've ever, like, experienced, like, anything close to the kind of interaction it is that Trisha Paytas is getting right now?
There was one time when somebody bought all my stuff off OnlyFans and posted it on Twitter, but, like, I don't care.
When did that happen?
A couple of years ago. They were posting all my stuff from OnlyFans, but, like, I don't have as much to lose as Trisha either. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a big name, and she works with companies and different people in the industry. So, I mean, one thing with one person can tarnish everything with everyone else, you know? And I don't think they know that.
I don't think her name is worth the same anymore. Like, this is not the same Trisha Paytas who was on Big Brother in 2018 with, like, a whole management team and company behind her. This is a very, you know, limited prospects Trisha Paytas. And for me personally, I can see her like trying to carve her way within the ASMR community, and she's respected. They love her over there. In fact, I asked somebody, I think it was Bay ASMR, I asked you how you feel about her being within the community, but I missed your message. But we're on slow mode right now on YouTube. What did you say? What are your thoughts about Trisha Paytas being a part of the ASMR community? Right.
I think Trisha helped start it. She was doing ASMR in Taco Bell halls before anybody else.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't remember that time period with Trisha Paytas. She goes on to say, just because a person chooses to sell their nudes does not give anyone the right to use it as harassment. People selling these unsolicited and posting them publicly for humiliation, that's the definition of revenge porn. The Reddit is also posting explicit footage that I no longer circulate. And when I did, it was behind a paywall. And Reddit is just allowing this. The other aspect of it is that a lot of people don't know is that when you circulate revenge porn, or when you circulate OnlyFans content without the OnlyFans creators' consent, OnlyFans have actually weaved into their policy that when somebody posts to OnlyFans, they are no longer the copyright holder. It is actually OnlyFans who are the copyright holder, because they allow OnlyFans to put their OnlyFans watermark at the bottom of the photograph. So when that happens, they have now allowed it a more safer space for content creators and OnlyFans content creators to utilize the OnlyFans legal team in order to have stuff taken down. So having that backing is also possibly something that they didn't really realize when they were posting OnlyFans content. But also, what I will say is some of the pictures it is that I saw that was being posted to this review thread thing were photos that I definitely have seen on Twitter outside of OnlyFans, like as a promotion, like, hey, come over to my OnlyFans thing. So some of these photos were definitely public outside of the spectrum of OnlyFans. I don't know how many of them, but some of them definitely were.
You have to look at it like a situation where if she put it on Twitter and then put it on OnlyFans, who holds, like, I hate to even have to talk about that, but like the legality of it would be like, who really owns it then?
Well, that's what I've heard from OnlyFans creators, because we've had this conversation in the past with OnlyFans creators. But I don't know how useful it is to utilize their legal team, and is it that easy to utilize their legal team? Does it have to become a much bigger problem? Is it more so a situation where if your content is being distributed on a much larger platform, say like, you know, Cornhub or something like that, then you can utilize their legal team? Versus, you know, like some Joe Schmo on Twitter who's leaking your stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the rules are and how deep that goes, but yeah, it's just something to know. We have Bay ASMR who said, I kind of view her as a good creator, but not a good person, such as separating the content from the creator. Her ASMR is good and her ideas are funny. She blocked me on Twitter years ago, though, so lol. Okay. I don't know. I've never been blocked by Twitter. Blocked by Trisha, like, ever. And I've been blocked so much by like so many different people.
She unfollowed me like twice.
I think she has like a love-hate relationship for you, though. And I think it's because like you really aren't afraid to just like call a spade a spade. If it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. And I think sometimes people don't like hearing those things. You know what I mean? But I've always kept it real when it comes to Trisha Paytas, and she's never blocked me. But I don't know. Anyway, so she said that she found me scary, though. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. She had like an interview with Rich Lux like several years ago, and she was like, oh, Petty Page? Yeah, she scares me so much. And I was like, why? That's so strange. Right, okay, moving on. She says, I report this to Reddit every day, posting my news, my minor child, fake stories, abuse, and that are not happening, uploading stolen content from all of my socials, etc. I've sent private emails and nothing at Reddit. It all costs so much money. Oh, so somebody said, at Trisha Paytas, I think it's time to look into suing Reddit. This is gross, and I can't believe a company would allow this to continue. So this is where my conspiracy comes from, that she lost the deal. Because she said, it'll cost so much money. because they are so big and it's hard to win. But now I have proof that I've actually lost contracts with companies because of this Reddit. Loss of money, also stolen content, hence why I'm making public noise about it. Proof that I've notified Reddit. So do you think that there is any chance of any kind of litigation?
I think so, yes. 1,000,000%, I think so.
Do you think that Trisha Paytas will go out of her way to sue Reddit?
I think it's possible. I don't think it's off the table because I think a lot of people, when they see Trisha saying she's upset about this OnlyFans money and all of that, like when you like get down to brass tacks, Trisha has made a ton of money. And Trisha, like regardless if people want to believe it or not, is a very smart person when it comes to money. She don't put it on the internet like that, but like I've had conversations with her, like she's an investor.
Well, so she invests some money?
Yeah, I think she has the ability to sue Reddit. Do I think it'll go anywhere? I don't know. But I think that she might try.
Wow. A lot of people have also been saying stuff like, you know, there's other people such as like Meghan Markle and stuff who've had like entire Reddits taken down and removed and all that kind of stuff. And why hasn't like the same thing been applied for Trisha Paytas? Because clearly, again, it's a situation where people are mobilizing and going too far. Because the only way that this can end for me is if that Reddit is taken down and is never allowed to come back. Like every single time they try and ban evade and change up and change moderators, take it down again. Like every single time. That's the only way that they're going to stop mobilizing. And the only way they'll be able to mobilize is in a Discord, which doesn't have the same level of impact because things aren't public.
True.
Because I think that's the problem, is that public threads allow other people who may have like even a small level of disdain towards Trisha Paytas to join in and then slowly become sucked in. That's how I see it.
Yeah, well, you got to think about the resources it would cost for Reddit to have somebody monitor that, you know, like every time somebody sets up a new thread.
I mean, IP ban and then like, you know, obviously ban anything that has any association with like Trisha. I feel like they've gone so far now and too far, in my humble opinion, to the point now that it's like, even if you wanted to have a relevant, decent discussion about Trisha Paytas, it's almost impossible to do so now. Because they've ruined it. They've gone too far. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Anyway, with that being said, I think that's pretty much all there is to say about Trisha Paytas. So should we take a quick look at the comments and then bounce? I think that's the vibe.
Sure.
Okay, so if you guys have got anything it is that you guys want to say to Dustin or myself, let me know. I'm going to take a look at my Discord as well and see if there's anybody who wants to join. Whether you are a Trisha fan or not, come over to the Discord and I'll try and drag you in if I possibly can. Because I think it would be good to hear some opposing opinions from our own. Even though I like the sound of our voices. Okay,
Speak for yourself.
Well, do you not like the sound of your voice?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, I do. I like the sound of my voice. Only when I'm like not like sounding like a dude, like first early in the morning where I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? Like I sound like a right dude then. I can't believe so much smoke came out of her nose, barely hit the thing. You talking about me and my vape? Yeah, I got a strong vape. I don't know what to tell you. The poll.
2.
Oh my God, is the poll ended yet? Oh my God, I haven't even ended it. So the poll ended with 78% of people thinking that this is totally out of line. And that is out of 586 votes. So people are still thinking it's out of line. We got Roxit Loud who said, Dustin, I love your true crime videos. Please post more. They are so well researched.
I have one that I need to film, but it's 3,000 words. That's a lot of reading.
That is a lot of reading. Are you able to tell everyone what it's about?
Yeah, it's about Herb Baumeister and the Fox Hollow Farms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this guy would meet gay men at a bar and then take them to his house and then drown them in the pool.
Okay.
Very scary shit.
Well, that's something. Ethan was dipping his toes into defending his fans over this. There's a clip of it on Frenemies Free. I'm sure there is. Listen, I don't want to really talk about Ethan because I'm 100% biased when it comes to Ethan. I feel like I don't like that guy, and because of that, no matter what it is that's going to come out of my mouth, like he could say, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And I'll be like, "He's so rude. Like he didn't ask how his wife was doing." You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna pick it apart, and I know that that's who I am, but I don't like him, so that's why. Why does this give me old school cozy vibes? Where's John Cookie? And don't mention his name.
God.
Can we talk about Jacqueline coming for dusting? And then getting the entirety of the internet to shit on her as a result. Dustin, that was mad. That was crazy, by the way. I can't believe she came out of nowhere as well. Like nobody friggin' summoned her, and she came out.
Well, she had that launch coming, and she knew that, so that's why I think she did it. Like 2 days later, girl. Like, it has to be hurting that Morphe is, like, going under. Like, they're closing all their stores that she helped, like, build up or whatever. But, like...
Yeah, I thought it was weird that she came out with something. Because I was just like, oh, really, Jacqueline? Really? Because it literally, for me, just kind of, like, came out of nowhere. And then she started tagging you guys on Instagram as well. And it's like, nobody summoned you, Jacqueline. Why are you tagging these... all tea, no shade. Like, besides the past, like, 3 or so months... You and Nick really haven't been posting like that. So why is she lumping you in with Rich Lux, who's been like daily content? Does that even make sense?
I don't know. That's why I have made like every opportunity to let people know that me and Rich are not friends. I don't wish him ill, but like the fact that the content we do is night and days different. And for anyone really, even including Rich, for Jacqueline to make the accusation that we had anything to do with what happened to John, it on top of her like basically insulting me, someone that lost my sibling to like a drug overdose. That was just way too far for me. And like she clearly admitted to watching our content, so she knows the content that we post. So she knows that she is a self-admitted liar in my eyes. Yeah, I feel like it would cut deeper for like you and Nick, like given obviously your situation with your sister, Nick's, previous history with recovery and stuff like that. I feel like it would hit a lot deeper, and then to point the opposing finger and say, you're the reason why. It's like, wow, that's a bit much, So I get it 100%. Right, okay, so if no one's going to be asking any questions in this last section, I am going to keep it pushing. Any final words on Trishyland? Or the Trishyland wifeys or Trishy wifeys, whatever they're called. What are your final words on that thread? I just think that they need to stop. Like, at the end of the day, if this was happening to someone that they knew, how would they feel in that situation? And I get that they think that they're teaching Trisha a lesson, but it's not their place to teach people lessons. Like, it's just not their place.
Yeah, 100%. For me personally, I just want them to disappear now. I feel like it's now time for Reddit to step in, but whether Reddit will or won't, I don't know. I left a comment under Trisha's video, and I said something like, I don't even know what can be done at this point, and that's really sad to me. So, where do we go from here? I don't know. I don't think it's ever going to stop. And I think it won't stop until litigation gets involved. But again, that's like a financially draining situation to go up with such a massive conglomerate like Reddit. So I understand why she's a little apprehensive to be in that situation. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Thank you so much, Dustin, for spending time with me this evening. I've really enjoyed it because I do miss your face and we need to hang out soon.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening, and I will see you in another effing video. Peace out, bitches. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me? Oh my God. Can you hear the music? Okay, thank God for that. Right. Oh my God, that was so stressful.